Hi there everyone, I'm back with another video. This is my completed December daily 2014, as you can see by the cover here. I just wanted to show you what my completed book looks like. I already posted a video showing some of the supplies that I used, so I won't go into too much detail about what I used. If you'd like to know more about the products, you can go ahead and watch that other video, which I'll link below. So here I have the cover. This album, I guess I'll tell you some general stuff. This album is a simple stories book, and I just kept the cover pretty much the same. I just added some gesso and some gold paint and a little bit of misting, and added some gesso to the edges and some ink just to distress it a little bit, but it already had this red on it. So there you can see the cover. These deer I got from Target. They were a great deal. Unfortunately, Target is leaving Canada, so won't be seeing them for much longer. But so here's sort of the little intro flap. It says December Daily 2014 there. And then here is day one. I watched a movie. My husband brought me flowers just for fun, which I thought was really nice. So I put that in there and journaled about it. The first few days might be a little bit boring because I did do a lot of school stuff as I was finishing up my semester. So this day I didn't really have anything, so I just posted the Calgary Flames score because I watched that game on TV. I did lots of other schoolwork that day. This is a transparency I've had forever, and I honestly have no idea where it came from, but it might be Little Yellow Bicycle or something. It's pretty old. And so I just wrote about the week briefly. Here is my friend at school, and this is the new stamp I got that I showed in my video from Michaels. I just have a little bit of journaling in here. This envelope was made using the Cricut and some really old basic gray paper. These pages are all pretty much single thickness. Here is an image of a project I was working on, some ribbon, and a little die cut. These day stamps are from the stamps that I showed in my other video, so I don't remember who makes them. I cut this number out of glitter paper from Michaels, and I did that a few times, you'll see. Here's some pockets. I included as many things in the pockets as I could just to save space because, as you can see, it's already a really thick album. It's kind of doesn't close anymore. So I journaled there for that day, and this is all the same day. I had an interview, and then my husband and I went to the Keg just for a nice treat of a dinner. We had a gift card for my wedding. This is sort of just a blank page. I wanted to include some, I guess, blank space. There's a tag in there, and I just journaled a little bit. I used some of the plastic pages that came with the album, and I really liked this because I know some of you do your entire album using these, but I sort of wanted to transition to that because I've never tried it before, so this worked out pretty well for me. I found that it was a lot of, not more work, but I guess it just wasn't, it was different. I'm not used to it, but I really like how they look in the book. Day 7 here. Again, I didn't have much to show, so I just put this Instagram photo. This was the day that I actually started working on my album because I was pretty far behind from school. Day 8, it has journaling here. It's hard to read, but I was working on school that day, so I showed a picture of my new Christmas tea towels. Here's day 9, just a little insert and some journaling. I worked on my project at school, so there I am at school eating supper. And this is a Photoshop rendering that I did. Oh, here's another tag. This is the Photoshop rendering too from the restaurant I designed. And some journaling. Day 10, again, I was working on the same thing, so there's another picture of it. Here's another pocket page. I used the glitter paper in this long skinny piece. Just wrote out 10 here. I watched this movie while I was working on some other stuff, and there's the floor plan for my restaurant. for those of you that don't know, I'm going to school for interior design. So here is the next day with some journaling here and that deer stamp I love so much, and the glitter paper cut out again. And this side is the pictures for that day. So I had a school event where we went out and there was a photo booth there, so that was a lot of fun. Day 12, we went out for breakfast that day, or for brunch I guess, and I recorded the video that I posted last, I guess. That's what it says. Here is a tag of some journaling, and this thing I got from Michaels and just glued this on using my favorite glue. It is the Beacon 3-in-1. It seals it to everything and it dries quite quickly. I love it. My mom and I saw the Grey Cup this day as the Stamps won it 2014 Grey Cup, so it was here in Calgary. This is us going to get our Christmas tree. We went and chopped one down from the forest, so I'm here with my husband and my brother. The three of us went. And here is a picture of an ornament on our tree. I was really excited because it's our first Christmas being married, and although we spent the last couple Christmases together, we actually got to enjoy it together, wake up together and everything this year. So we also got to pick out our first tree, and that was really exciting for me. So we got a real tree. There we are in front of our tree. There's something stuck on there. And here is a Snapchat picture of my ringette game. That's me in the circle. My sister-in-law took that. And I just journaled about that day here. This is the permit for our tree, so I stuck that in there as well. So here, I should mention these photos that you might see are taken with my camera. It's a Fujifilm Instax Mini, and I love this. I got it as a gift, and it's really nice because it's just like the old Polaroid ones where they print out immediately, but they're this nice little size. It's about the size of a credit card, and I love those. And then you don't have to go to the trouble of actually printing your picture. We got some wedding pictures back, so I put one of those in here. And then I had an interview that day, and this was the Christmas tree in the lobby, so I took that as well. I just love everything I see Christmas. Here's another image from our wedding, and this was one of my favorites of myself, so I just put that in. We did spend the whole morning going through the photos, so that was a big part of that day. This day, the 16th it is now, we went to the mall to do all of our shopping pretty much because we hadn't had time being in school before, so we got a lot done that day. The 17th, my husband's friend was coming over and staying with us, so I just took a picture of his bed set up in our tiny apartment. We blew up an air mattress for him and had him in the middle of the living room there. And this was the nice supper that they made together, some breaded chicken and pasta. And here we are, it was just a day at home. There's us in front of the Christmas tree, and there's my brother and his friend doing their jamming. They play guitar and drums. And this is the next day. We went to The Hobbit, as it had recently come out. Here's the ticket, and I just journaled about that. I stamped the deer in the background here, and I liked how that looked. So I did the same thing on the next page for the journaling. And this day was a Saturday. I went to my parents' house and hung out with my cousins, did some baking, and then we all went to Zoo Lights, including my husband and his friend. And this is the cute little envelope that I got from Michaels. Inside is a few more pictures of that day, our ticket from Zoo Lights, some ornaments at Zoo Lights. Zoo Lights, I guess if you don't know, they put up all these lights around the zoo, and There's actual bulbs in all the trees, and there's lights set up to look like different animals. There's stuff that goes to music, so it's really quite cool. It was lots of fun this year. I hadn't been in quite a while. Here are the candles set up at church. This is the final Sunday before Christmas. And this same day we had an art day, so we did I worked on this album. We made some fun Shirley Temples and did that. My sister-in-law and I went out this day to paint ceramics, so that's us at the ceramics place. This is a Snapchat photo, so it says sister date right here. I guess I should mention in the background of these I've been using gesso and this gold paint dauber quite a lot. The paint dauber looks like this. It's the Adirondack one. And I also used some distress stain on a few of the pages, but if it's opaque like this, that's the paint. This night we went out just for some drinks with some friends, and here is, oh, this is the same day. Here's the mug that I painted. I was pretty excited about that. And the 23rd we had a church service. We didn't do it on Christmas Eve because a lot of people are busy and away, so we did it the 23rd. And here we have our candlelight service, so I just wrote that with stickers, and I didn't have a T, so I conveniently used this cross for the T, which I thought was appropriate. And there's our little candles, and so we lit the candles for the service and then blew them out at the end. It was really nice. And my husband plays guitar too, so I got to listen to him. Here we are Christmas Eve, all dressed up and fancy. We went to a church service in Calgary at a different church because, like I said, ours had their service already. So here's the family shot with everybody in it. Let's see here. Some of this might be for the next day. So here's the thing for the service. We were at First Alliance in Calgary, if you're interested. So Christmas Day, oh, this is Christmas Eve as well. And then Christmas Day I had a lot to say. So I used some wrapping paper from a gift, wrote a bunch about our Christmas in here. There's a tag and some other stuff from some gifts. And then there's more journaling here, and I just wrote on vellum so that you could still see the wrapping paper because I really like this one. So here we are at home. We had our Christmas morning together, and there's our stocking hung. This is a wood veneer that I love, and another deer from Target. Here's some shots of everybody. We went over to my husband's family's in the morning after we did our thing, and then you'll see we saw my family on Boxing Day, so here we are. So I'm trying to hurry this up because it's getting long. And then the 27th, I just did some stuff around the house, organized all our gifts and things. That's for the next day. Oh, and Boxing Day again, this is sort of a bit out of order, but we had chocolate fondue at my parents' house, and that was a lot of fun. The 28th, we had a party at my grandparents-in-law. This was the invite. I hope I didn't just show you their address. And I journaled about that on a tag. And here my family came as well, so there we are. And then that evening we went to the movie Big Hero 6. It was hilarious, highly recommend. Just a little bingo card. This was some wrapping from a bag, so I just glued that on the back. Here's another pocket page. This is the 29th. I went out for some sushi with a couple of friends, and the 30th was my brother-in-law's birthday. He turned 23, but we decided it was appropriate to go to the Science Center, which was a lot of fun. So there's an exterior shot, and there's just one of the displays. Here is New Year's Eve. cut out some glitter letters. The last sunset of the year I captured. It was beautiful. And that was a lot of fun. So then at the end I just journaled about that and used one of my new stamps to write this. And it was just a really great month. So I know some people just do up till Christmas, but I enjoy doing the whole month just because that's what I've always done, and I feel like the whole month is pretty eventful. So there you are. I did finish this pretty quick after December because I wanted to do it before I started my new job, but I will wrap this up. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.